What's going on, guys? It is the madman himself, the man in black, sometimes in blue. I thought you knew. It is the Bad Wolf. So, your most gracious host of hosts, James C. Now, we have a interesting little document here that I got from the Social Security Administration. But before we get into that, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting. I've been saying this since day numero uno. Um, Thank you guys for supporting. The amount of emails, thank the Lord, has gone down because more people are ordering email, the email questions. Depending on when you see this, I'm probably on vacation as of right now, so I'm not available to do consultations unless it's VIP only and by my choice and or emergency. Otherwise, it's time for me to woo motherfucking saw out. Okay. Because reading this stuff and using the brain power to interpret it and convert it so that you guys can, get it and research it for yourselves is taxing at times. The keyword tax. All right. So, as always, you guys know how I move on this channel. You guys can find out, check out discounts, offers, free files, discounted product services files, all on Black Site 32. You can also check out all my media channels. I'm doing pretty well over on TikTok, believe it or not. They're showing some love over there and over there. I don't have to hold back as much, though I've hit some of their, limits and community guideline standards over there. Also join me on YouTube on my other channel, which is the Bad Wolf Media channel. I might rechange the name to like Bad Wolf Unlimited or something like that. We'll see. But I think we're only at like 6,000 or 7,000 since I last seen it. So help me to get that channel up if you guys have not subscribed over there. All right. I know you're over here, but I need you guys over there because that channel, I know I have other channels, but that's the main one that I'm going to be talking about everything. The other ones are just backups in case you know how they move. So what else has been good? Things have been pretty well. Around the house has been good. Family's been mostly good. For those people who are sending prayers and things of that nature for me and my son and things of that nature, I appreciate you guys for those blessings. As well, I've been hearing some information about, well, there's always going to be haters out there. Hate, 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 hate. Because, well, they want their channel to be better than mine. They just want to drum up more attention to theirs. I don't care about any of that, in all honesty, on a personal level. But if you guys do see them trying to clown me or whatever else, I thank all those people already out there who've reported them and their channel and the videos for bullying, slander, and defamation of character. Thank you guys in advance because that does make a difference. And thank you for those people who ensure you guys always hit the thumbs up because, once again, it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And for those 5 or 6 naysayers out there who just ride the crack of my, I'll have like 500 likes and then like 5 thumbs down, and they'll make it like a 92% or something, which I don't even get the math in that, but whatever. So thank you to all those people who help maintain that this information is good, it is real, it is solid, not scamming anybody. I have seen some videos out there of people charging outlandish amounts for their universities, their academies, their own private things. Um, guys, listen to me before I even get into the video. You do not have to pay anybody. Anybody. Oh, wait, but what about you, Wolf? Anybody to learn this information. It's all out there in the books. The only thing that a lot of us are doing is we're finding it so you guys don't have to hunt for it, and we're bringing it to you. But as you guys see, like 90 or 95% of all the stuff I give to you guys in these videos, I find and I give it right back to you guys for free. I show you where I find it. I show you how I interpret it, show you guys how to use it. I do charge for my personal time, especially when we're going to talk or whatever else, communicate, and you want a custom way or the files I put together. That's one thing. But all these things you guys can do. If I can do it, you guys can do it. All right. So stop, for the love of God, paying these gurus out here tons of money And I would love to mention all the names and things I know about a lot of these gurus and whatever else, but that's not how I move on my channel because we focus on here on the work and to get the message out and for you guys to live a better life. Some people are like, well, yeah, but if you say that, then we'll know who to avoid, so we don't get scammed. True, but like I said, I'm not going to go tit for tat with these people or clap back. I don't want that type of energy on here. That's why I have the comment section off to avoid them and bots and adult things that people post and whatever else. So what I will say is this: um, people may have more viewers and subscribers than me. People may have less. It's the people who are in the mix of all of that who are charging. If the price makes you gasp, then it's probably a scam. Okay. Um, I've been in this a long time. The government, the states, these institutions, they know who I am. They know what I'm doing is real. They watch me constantly on the YouTube channel and whatever, wherever else, because I understand constitutional law. And I do provide this and all my materials. Disclaimer, that's educational materials and entertainment purposes. Okay, this is all informational. Do your own research, whether it's me or somebody else. I take no responsibility for files, videos, information used here. Individual results may vary. And this is universal for all my stuff and all videos, even if I don't mention it. Okay, there it is. Now, with that being said, if you guys see that their prices are too high, look and see if they've got actually good reviews. All right. See if you can actually talk to somebody. And if it's a lot of money, you shouldn't be thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. I don't have to save up to get that. If to do that, like it's probably not worth it. A lot of things people are just going to say, oh, I'm going to put a high price on there. I'm sorry, I don't care who it is. Like, if you're really about this movement and you're really about people learning constitutional laws and Americans getting back to freedom, rights, and liberty, then your price shouldn't have to be high for almost anything you're providing because one, it's free out there. And like I've said before you guys even contact me or anybody else, especially these gurus, you could be reading the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution. Google search constitutional law. Google if is Supreme Court law rulings or opinions and constitutional law, the Constitution, supreme law in the land, unless subrogated or abridged by a private contract. Yeah. I just don't want to see people continue to be ripped off. All right. I'm hearing about it. I'm not going to mention any names, but all I will say is this is that I've had to help a number of people who've done various people's things get out of trouble in the legal arena, we will say. Okay, that's one. Two, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. All right, let's just break this down real quick. You're not going to find anybody who's going to give you a process that's going to give you access to a ton of just secret hidden cash or the Cessna K Trust, known as the General Trust. You're just not going to find that. And if you do find that, you're going to get a knock on the door because they're going to make you sign a non-disclosure agreement because they don't want everybody to know that. Are these gurus telling you that? No. They're having you do processes and stuff that don't work. Stop trying to get rich quick. Once again, you do not need to change your status. First of all, standing. A real man is a standing on the land. Status is of a dead thing. There's nothing to correct because you already were born as a state citizen and a national. Per the GPO Styles Manual, section 5.23, clearly dictates that. You were born as a native of the several states, Florida, Floridian, New York, New York, Wisconsin, Wisconsinite, et cetera, and so on. So you already have it. All you're doing is learning to not use your 14th Amendment U.S. federal citizen, federal citizen, state citizen, federal citizen, 14th Amendment, public citizen on the public side status. Okay. You already have everything you have. You've had it the entire time, Toto or Dorothy. Click your shoes 3 times. All right. Other than that, Be wary of people pretending to be me. And even though I know some of these uh diddler guru, whatever you want to call them, don't care for me. Be careful of people out there pretending to be them too. I've run into tons of people pretending to be, either Eternal Zion or Yusufel or whoever else. And I love Eternal Zion. She's awesome. She sends people my way and she's pretty knowledgeable. So if you guys don't see me personally recommend somebody, like the Fearless Floyd show, A6 Grind Time, Eternal Zion seems pretty solid. Um, Brandon Joe Williams, The Lighthouse, Sovereign Living. Um, there's a couple other ones that I'm not super familiar with, but anyway, those are the ones that I know are solid. They're good people. They're not trying to rip off anybody. If I didn't mention the name here, it's probably somebody. And oh, by the way, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it. Never mind. Nope, just not even gonna say it. All right. Anyway, let's get to the video. And as always, guys, it's not me in your DM saying, "Oh, do you want to buy crypto or invest in something?" It's not me, even if it's in my own group. We try to minimize those with our admins, but they're just like roaches. So, no, anybody who's doing anything worthwhile is going to personally seek you out and say, "Hey, invest." They're going to make a general message on the whole board so everybody can see it. They're not going to pick just you out. They isolate you so that they can scam just you. Because if they do it in a big area in the whole feed, people are like, no, I don't trust him. That's not the real Wolf. That's not the real so and so. Okay. Use your noodle. All right. So this is from the Social Security Administration. Now, mind you, this is me doing a FOIA request on my original application for Social Security that my mom took out years ago. So since she's passed, God rest her soul, this is dedicated to Ella Marie Lovett. I love you. Thank you, Mom, for everything you've done. It's a little weird seeing something written by her so long ago. So that was kind of a little emotional thing there. So as always, guys, everything is on Black Site 32. If you guys want to donate, find me on my other social media platforms, discount services, etc. That's all on there. If it's not through there, then it's not me, period. All right. So document number one. And mind you, when I sent off for this, it took, they were just like, screw you, Wolf. Um, Probably like a year and a half, something like that for them to find this one. Maybe because mine was so old, it's in the archives. Yes, the Wolf's been running for a while now. And then when you mail your payment, make sure that you give them something like a credit card and authorization. Usually they have an authorization form. So you write down all your information on the authorization form and make sure that it's not going to expire within 2 years. Okay, because this one took a long time. By the time they got to mine, they sent it back to me. It's like, oh, it's your payment medium or method is expired. So seat warmers on. I was like, what? My butt me getting hot. Alone. It's a little uncomfortable. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Please stand by. Okay, it's off. Getting warm. It wasn't even on low. Um, So make sure that you have a payment medium that, yeah, you see here, we just roll live. I don't care about any of the editing and all that other stuff. That takes too long. Make sure your payment medium is good for these 2 years. So yeah, they sent it back. I had to resend it out and I just got it now. So that's probably why it took a year and a half. But anyway, so dear Mr. James, in response to your request, information under the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, I'm enclosing a copy of the original application for Social Security number and individuals as requested. If you want to claim benefits, Okay, just seeing if I missed anything. Wow. So on page 2, I did this two separate things, but on page 2, they have enclosed as a computer prepared statement called a Numident printout, which you requested. That should be coming soon as well. Now, for those people who don't know what the Numident record is, and a lot of you guys slept, a lot of you guys, you know what, I'm just going to say it. Okay. A lot of you guys sleep on some of the information I'm giving you. Now, once again, I give you guys the tools. What you guys use them for is up to you. But in one of the videos I did on the Numident record, Numident, from the Social Security Administration, this printout will give you all of the transactions of your social. You guys sometimes are sleeping on some of my subtle informational pieces here, so I'm gonna be a little bit more forthcoming. The Numident record can identify all things that have transpired with your social. Anybody who might have used your social behind your back for various things, certain credit things, certain whatevers, you're going to have it. What you guys decide to think about and do with those things are up to you. I'm just going to say a lot of people have been having successes with lawsuits in the private circle via the Badwolf. Like one guy last week won 1.4, another guy won 500,000 because they are suing people abusing their information and winning. All right, so another option on here says we have deleted the names of parent or parents. Our current policy does not allow us to release the parent's name without proof of death. Interesting. You need proof of death to be able to request things on your parents. I do have that. I wonder if I should do that. Interesting. Sometimes this is how I get new things, new ideas for videos. Because like I said, I'm just documenting my journey, guys, really, ultimately. All right. So another part that I don't mess it up. I made mention in the uh, explanatory statement. People kept asking me, what is this particular code for? And it's all those naysayers out there who are like, the wolf didn't find the 09 all code. In all actuality, it's actually just the 09 code. We've been referring to it as 09 ALL, but all means all those passports there are susceptible to having 09 put on them. So for all the people who've been writing 09 ALL, even if I did just lightly say it in the videos, it's really just the 09 code that goes on the endorsement line. You don't have to put ALL, though it shouldn't detract from what you're doing. That's what it is. Now, I have heard two people now say, oh, they called the Department of State and they said, oh, we don't use the 09 ALL code. Well, maybe they're being funny with you by saying 09 ALL. So make sure you just put 09. And yes, they still use it. Okay, they admitted they know what it is, and these two particular agents said, "Oh, we don't use that." Guys, they're gonna say things that their managers tell them to detract people from using it. It doesn't say anywhere on the form you cannot write in this area. It does not. Also, when you look at the manual, it says you have the ability to self-identify, and that's what you're doing. And the Foreign Affairs manual, unless they've got a different written one, but the electronic or digital one online is still accessible and it's for public viewing because this is that part of it's a public matter, not the internal part, that's private. So they have to provide us with that information. So if they did change it or do something different, they have to make that public. Otherwise, that's a federal offense because you're hiding things from the American people who pay for you to put it there. That's called a lawsuit. And if all of us ever were to get together on any one topic and file it together, that's a class action lawsuit. And if we were ever to all get together and petition for these things to be made public or changes or a national ID card be made for all of us, representing us per state as state citizens and nationals and not using driver's license and state IDs, then they would have to do it. Same thing with a certificate of nationality that they don't seem to want to provide, that they say they can't provide, but they also say that they don't have to because they don't have enough people requesting them, which is why we put it in the explanatory statement, like the 09 code that I put in there years and years and years ago. I just wasn't making videos on it because that was the whole premise behind getting the explanatory statement, the other information in there. All right. Yeah. So a lot of people ask me what the citizen code was. Well, right here, you're probably not going to see it because it's too bright. But on the bottom, they included this in my FOIA. It says coded items. And it says, evil little dog is going by. I like animals. This dog's just every time. It's like he just purposely looks me out, like looks for me to harass me. It's weird. It's the only dog that does that. Look at, yeah, yeah, get your dog. I'm watching. See, I got a park across the street, and people like to bring their dog over by my side and crap anywhere all over the lawn. And then they dig up my lawn. So I have to make sure that that's not what they're going to be doing over here. Because there's a whole field that is allows pooping and whatever else. Anyway, okay, they're gone. All right, so they included this in here. It says the Numident printout is an official record of the information we have in our records. You presented some of this information when you applied for Social Security, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they gave me this list that says coded items. This is not national security or anything. Oh, now they're going across the street. Yeah, there you go. Let your dog poop over there. Perfect. Awesome. Um, and the first one says these are their coded items. Now, this is not the full movement report because I sent that separately, so that should be still yet coming. But it says coded items, and it says what these three-letter abbreviations are. I'm not going to go through all of them. And then the next one says explanation. So, SEX, male, female, or unknown, or not in our records. Okay. ETB means race and ethnic code. SSN, social security number. Then they've got DLC for district office code. IDN, identification number. NAA, name on social security cards. So they've got tons of these. Place of origin, mom, dad, etc. The one I wanted to get to that caught my eye, which is the one I put into it's just crazy seeing them print this, was the one I put into the explanatory statement years ago, where it's called the Citizen Code. They actually reference it in here. It's a CSP Citizenship Code. So you can do your own research and find out the Social Security Administration Citizen Code. So you know what? Let me do it real quick. It's been a while since I reviewed it. Let's see if I can find it in a quick search. CSP, SSA, Citizenship Code. Let's see what comes up. CSP Citizenship Code CYD/CYL cycle date, the date on which a new Social Security is printed and sent out. So it says the Numident, which shows all this information, a foreign place of birth, POB, and a CSP of A. So a U.S. place of birth and a CSP of A. So, and I don't remember the exact I don't remember the exact number or letter that we used, but the one that was in there came from their POMS manual, POM, and it dictated that you are a national. That's the one we use in the explanatory statement. We also have extract of hospital records. So once again, that's why I told you guys can ask the hospitals for all the information they have on you, because that's an extract. Okay, you can use that for many things. It says here, religious records showing a U.S. place of birth recorded within 3 months of birth. So if you're going to do your own child's birth records, it should be done within the first 3 months and get it notarized. I'm currently reading on the medical handbook website here. Written affidavits require signed signatures under penalty of perjury by at least 2 individuals. Okay, so I tell you guys, get more than one person. 2 is a minimum, and they accept those under 7W code. And it's not the exact information I wanted, but we're getting there. So in other words, what I was trying to tell you guys earlier is that you guys should be requesting your Numident records from the SSA. All right, all right. Oh, we're about to shut it down, son. Oh, I got to put this on the screen, if you know what I mean. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Caught y'all slipping. Caught you slipping on your pimping. Pimping. Mm-mm. 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 Let's see. Yep, that should be it. All right. So for absolute proof, you can see here, secure SSA, government, Palms manual, Social Security website. This is open to the public. It's accessible right from the internet. Um, general information on evidence of U.S. citizenship for Social Security number card. Okay. So for all those agents of the Social Security locations that have been giving people a hard time about saying who and what they are, for those people out there who've been saying, oh, there's no such thing as a national status, even though the Styles GPO manuals in section 5.23 clearly states it. But let's take a gander down here, shall we? What does it say? General information about aliens. Oh, U.S. nationals, U.S. citizens, and dual citizenship. So there it is. Now, I don't like the term U.S. in front of the word national, but it's all under the same term of citizens of the United States. So if you're here legally as an alien, you are considered to fall underneath the same umbrella. Okay. And this is what it is. All of these things right here. 14th Amendment, private. Public, private. Slave, freedom. Okay, but let's go down here. Number 2, U.S. national. According to the Immigrations and Nationality Act, INA, a U.S. national is an individual who owes permanent allegiance to the U.S. That is it. So people, if you're going to do your SS5 process, what I want you to do is to take heed. Copy this section right here from their own. Give me the screen. Give me the screen. No, here. Wow. Right there. Print that section off and set it up in an affidavit format. Put it on the staple it to the back of your SS5 when you're updating it using number 5 and the word other in your affidavit and get that notarized. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Okay, sorry. No, not sorry, not sorry. Let me go. Get off me. All right. So it says a U.S. national, according to the Immigrations and Nationality Act, a U.S. national is an individual who owns permanent allegiance to the United States. Period. However, U.S. nationals include all citizens. Look at this. Why do they say that? Because you had to be born in the private as a national before you could be a U.S. citizen. I know U.S. citizen sounds all high and mighty. It is second class here, player. The national came first. You had to be NATI, native, natural. That comes first before a man-made created thing called the citizen. Are you, put the screen on me. You hearing me? Is you hearing me? Is you finished or is you done? Is you finished or is you done? Take the camera off. Get the camera on my face. Once again, for the third time's a charm. The U.S. national is a real status, or excuse me, standing. Social Security Administration acknowledges it right here. Doesn't get any more higher than this, other than God, or maybe Jesus and sandal. U.S. national. Notice how they have national and lowercase lettering in its natural position. All lowercase. National. Per the UCC 1 dash section, UCC 1 dash 201 definition section, letter H, I believe, or 10. I think it's 10. Conspicuous format. So they're recognizing that this needs to be in lowercase lettering. According to them, all you need to do is own permanent allegiance to the U.S. And here they're talking about the geographical U.S. The outdoor flag with no fringes, not the indoor corporate U.S. 14th Amendment. U.S. citizens, indoor. Nationals, outdoor. Flag with the citizens, fringe, as they're infringing upon your rights. National, outdoor, flag, no fringe, different dimensions. Okay, so it says this can include. It says include, meaning this has already been established as fact. Now they're including extra. They're colluding. They're bringing something, once again, guys, dangerous word, in. Okay? So all U.S. citizens are also this, no matter how you dice it up, it's the Ginsu 5000. All U.S. citizens are also U.S. nationals per 8 U.S.C. 1101 22B. God. Okay? Certain citizens of America's Samoa Islands. So yes, this is true when they print this, but the part that some of these agencies are forgetting, I'm sure accidentally, that could be a lawsuit, is that also all citizens are U.S. nationals. Individuals born abroad between two parents, et cetera, one being a national, blah, blah, blah. You get it as well. certain citizens of Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands. So it's funny, on the My E-Verify, they clearly have, cocksuckers, this information here, but then they leave out the all citizens part. But see, they cover that by saying certain parents of nationals. So they don't write it straight out, guys. I'm sure it was just a faux pas. But it says it right here. That's why I make these videos when I find this information, because now it's on permanent record. Now it's just something they can quickly change and reword. Here it is. Now you guys are seeing the truth and the connection between this and the My E-Verify and all the rest of them across the whole United States of America. God bless America. Patriot. If you want to be a U.S. citizen, you can be native born, which to me represents the District of Columbia as a U.S. citizen. Foreign born, naturalized, somebody's taken an oath to it. Jus soli, or right of birthplace. Jus sanguinis, or right of blood through the parent. Naturalization, collective naturalization, derivative, dual. Okay, and then they tell you what you need here for that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what I was looking for is the actual coded numbers, but I don't see them on this site. So whatever number I had in the, which is still in the explanatory statement, that's the correct code for your citizenship number. Okay. That's where that came from. So for those people who emailed me on what's that? What does that mean? Your citizenship code for the Social Security Administration represents you're a national. All right. So this is what the FOIA comes as a certification. Okay. Which means that this has the equivalent power of the original, the private one. So for those people who have a certification or a certified copy of your birth certificate or other information, you don't need to authenticate it. You can, but you do not need to, because it's already in the correct jurisdiction. Essentially, it's like this. Either you're going to see a document with a whole bunch of information, line, birth weight, date, time, hair color, etc., blah, blah, blah. Those don't need to be done. It's the ones that just have the green portrait form, nearly no information other than mom, dad, your name, and state. Those are ones you want to get authenticated. Okay. But if it says this is a certified copy, then it has the equivalent power of the one that they're holding. Okay. So those do not need. But if you feel you want to, knock yourself out. It ain't gonna hurt. It's kind of like if you already made grape Kool-Aid and you pour another packet of grape in there. It's, grape. All right, so it says pursuant to provisions of Title 42 U.S. Code, Section 3505, and authority vested in blah, 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 blah. Certify and next commuter printout of your showing name and social security number, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Then as I go to it, you're not going to be able to see it. It's super blurry, even just sitting here reading it. But it's the application for social security number back when my mom did this for me. And I come to find out that she didn't do this until I was 4. I was literally, we had just moved into our, the house where I was born in when I was 3. So this was a year after I was born. They got this in literally 6/26 of 1980. That's the old original phone number before you needed the area code. And then what's funny is in those days, it says your color or race, Negro. It had white, Negro, or other. Have you ever applied before? No. I think she actually got hers about the same time, if I remember. No, maybe a little bit sooner. I think she got hers soon. Father's name, mom's name, and That was it. So back in the 80s, they did not have, you did not have to put anything other than your color on here. It didn't have anything as far as your citizenship, nothing whatsoever. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to find out. Place of birth, given name. Notice that here it says name given you at birth. That's how they have it. Ooh, didn't notice that. Okay, so number one says full name you will use in work or business. I didn't catch that when I seen this before. So they were basically letting you, oh man, think about that for a moment, people. They were telling you that you could have worked under a different name, like a DBA. On line one, it says print full name you will use in work or business. Now, she put my normal name. So that means that with the social security number, I could have been doing business underneath a different name separate than my number two given name to you at birth. So I could have been doing work all this time as, uh, the Badwolf or James Tiberius Cuisinarch Lovett III or James C of the Lovett Nation on my security card. And then yet they would have a record of my given name. It literally says this right here. Full name, print full name you will use in work or business. So they know there's a difference. Our given names were, so now what they do is they transmute your given name into essentially your business, work, or trade name. And that's where they're forming joinder. That's why they have in the Palms manual under transmutation or transmuting the given name. I already did a video on that one. I did not catch that before. It says your present age when applying. My mom signed it. That's crazy. It's a blurry copy. It's got the old number on it for the whatever. Well, that's it, guys. So I can literally use this for identification and social security number, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. It's all right here. Of course, this is going to go in my archive, probably to not ever be seen again, but it is awesome to have. That's a trip down memory lane, my good peoples. So that's it for the particular video, guys. Interesting, interesting. Just to see how things have changed, but some things have yet remained the same. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys learned a lot from this video. Thank you for the guys, especially Ramen out there who's monthly sending a donation. Thank you to the people who are on the Wolf Pack who make the monthly subscription for the private videos and support me monthly. Thank you, guys. And the random donations as well. It means a lot. It means a lot. I really do appreciate it. Every little bit matters to me, even if it's $1, $5, whatever. I mean, I've gotten some higher amounts. It's been a little slow lately, but nonetheless, it means a lot to me because you're taking your hard-earned money and you're donating to me and to my cause, and this path to bring you guys more. So thank you, truly. All right, with that being said, that's it, guys. I definitely have some more videos coming out. So be looking for those because I'm going to give you guys more fire information. And as always, if you guys have any good tips, tricks, techniques, or information that you guys find that you've vetted, that you guys think will be beneficial for other people, whether you're inside of an agency, a state, a board, or whatever else, if you guys want to give me something private, or if there's something you want to share with me that can be shared, and you don't want me to put it on here, then I won't. Just let me know. I'll keep it private for me. I get lots of stuff all the time. So make sure it's not anything that's considered top secret or above top secret or anything. I don't want anybody getting into trouble, especially me. So we're going to shy away from those things. But other than that, be prepared. We've got some great videos coming out. Oh, seminars are doing really, really well. We're just finalizing our private group and we're going to open it up sometime soon. I know we're a little bit behind on that. We've just been rolling with it. It's been fire. Um, now that I'm going to be on vacation, I'm going to get some more time to read some of these books over here on the floor because, you know, I've got more to get to. I mean, even though I've read a huge chunk of all these books you see, these are not for show. Okay, these are real. I read all these things and they're on multiple subjects and things. So it's not just this stuff I'm good at, pretty much a little bit of everything. Okay. So as always, guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you for those people who've made the jump to the Telegram group under Badwolf Unincorporated and James C. Lovett or the Badwolf on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and you know whatever else. You can find me pretty much everywhere. But if you want to make sure it's me, there should be a ton of pictures that are me and make sure that it coincides with the information on Black Side 32 on the social media page. All right, guys, get out of here. It's well, chilly as today. But enjoy yourselves. What is that? All right, talk to you guys later.